For Kingston, it's a big game, and they face the big ugly bears of the competition, Heidelberg United, 5 days after clinching their second consecutive Premier's plate. We're ready to rock and roll at the Grange tonight. I thought the road ended last week with that victory over South Melbourne, that memorable afternoon. It certainly doesn't, and HUFC TV, thanks to Winter Management, will be going all the way with you. Little break as well in the next couple of weeks, so it'll be almost all hands on deck into the big end of the season as Kingston try to conjure something through White. He's beaten to the punch, the home side, as you'd expect.
Well, absolutely, Greg. They need the big W.
Sweeping through the middle of the paddock. Caniglia dance steps, top of the box, left foot, angles it back, goal. What a great start. What a great start by Kingston on 6 minutes, Jay Fott.
Yeah, it was all from Caniglia.
Oh, he was just a little bit special then. He sashayed his way into the corner of the penalty area, angled it back, and
I think it might have been Cooper Legrand.
So we have got a replay.
Yeah, we've got the replays. He squares the ball in, and I think it was Legrand.
You were, Jay Fott, I've been called. Ollie White was the goal scorer.
My apologies to the Kingston folks.
As you ought.
So in 6 minutes, though, that's a dream start for Kingston, who, Caniglia has been a really good pickup. I think they got him from Green Gully in the mid-season transfer window. Amazing how much a positive attitude and just bringing the right mindset can make for a side.
And don't forget, of course, and that's not to diminish Kingston's approach early in the game. Heidelberg got a big one on Wednesday night in Adelaide as well in the FA Cup. Chance to hit all the action, TV and radio. Not a lot of travelling support for the Burgers tonight, which is surprising. They've been prolific this year. Free kick. Kingston about
this game and really look up for it. Heidelberg really need to settle quickly.
Well, it's not an unfamiliar situation for Heidelberg. Oh, that was ugly. Almost given away. Salakidis only hits half field. Cahill with the chase. They're eager. They're fresh. They're really up for it. Kingston right now, and they lead by a 1-0, most deservedly. Biles. Wonder how long it may take him to just play himself back into that imperious form that the skipper shows.
Well, I reckon part of the reason for his run tonight is just get him some game time ahead of Wednesday. Do you reckon that'll be the one? And maybe the boys have just got their mind on that one at the moment. But
hopefully they get their mind back on this one. And don't bear in mind, Jay Fott, with the winning what you've got, and you start meddling with form. Is there a chance that it won't translate when you get back into the role of big games to come? Yeah, well,
just looking at it, you got Josh Wilkins out. You got
Ellis,
Lewis Hall, Ellis, Reuben, and also.
Let's go with the play. Jay Fott as they wind up again. That was ambitious by the Kingston player.
We've had a lot of people from the UK and.
Okay, farther than that.
I'm not sure.
We've had some obscure ones this year. I think it was Tunisia at one point.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You don't know about that happen.
Well, he got
3 last week in but that's a red letter day.
That was dizzying heights.
It really was. He was dumbfounded. His jaw dropped when he got the third in a row. Qatar put it off the ball in a double team, soft free kick going the way of Heidelberg.
Here's Zara there, the recipient.
Katanos goes left, right, got the angle all wrong. Easy pick off from Nathan Cavalier at that social club end, and Kingston manoeuvre it into attacking territory again. That was sweet ball around the corner from Oliver White to Caniglia, runs deep toward the goal line, left foot cross back across the goal, got his big mitts to it though, danger again, and a charge down and a goal. Kingston make it 2. They were coming, they weren't going to be stopped, they weren't going to be denied, and in the end it's 2-0 on 26. Well.
And that was Oliver White, Greg, again, it looks like. So you can see the replay and the architect again, Caniglia, and they played across the goal.
I'm going to the expert. Oliver.
It was Oliver White.
Oliver White. We've got an oracle with us tonight. We can't get it wrong. On 26, it's 2-0 Kingston, and God bless them, they've deserved it.
Well, they have, and once again, Greg, don't want to belabor the point, but Caniglia...
You're going to, aren't you?
Well, Caniglia's just been on fire out on this left-hand side. Got in behind the defence again, and that started all the trouble. And a great play by Legrand to square it back across to Oliver White, and kept his cool, did the number 9, and has a brace.
Indeed, the whole play, starting with the goalkeeper, was pretty emphatic. Les Dumbalis lumbers over the half line, deep left, squares it cross field. Zara, left foot. Cahill, well, just misjudged that, and it flew under his foot, and Kingston clear. This is not the sort of Heidelberg form that we've seen this year, but fair play to the home side.
Absolutely. Oliver White deadly up front with a couple of goals, and Sammy Noor looking dangerous.
And Alex Caniglia, he's red hot. The number 11 on HUFC TV and radio. We're half an hour away. Loving their work as we go 31 and a half. HUFC TV and radio on this Friday night down here in Clayton South.
Well, to be fair, Greg, Kingston unbeaten in the last 5, one of the form teams in the comp. They've really, from struggling about a month and a half ago, they've picked up their form and been really good in the last 6 weeks or so.
Oliver White deep back with the left foot. Well, he made a hash of it first time, did White, but that is a brilliant curler.
That's right.
Do you want to take this sort of result, or the way they're playing at the moment, into a huge cup game?
Yeah, winning form is good form, isn't it? And they'll be unhappy with the first half hour and a bit, Heidelberg, but let's not sell Kingston short. They're playing for their season virtually tonight. They know if they get a win, they're virtually...
So you wonder again, the bench tonight, Jay, for the outfielders on the bench will just run with the play as Harvey Reid has to scamper and the ball back for Pavlidis, who pummels it out of play on that.
A few weeks at one stage he said I only had 8 senior players, so that's a poor clearance by Pavlidis.
Well, when you're on, you're on, and when you're off, as Heidelberg are at this point, they're off to Levski. It's going to be Kingston up with a footy. Still inside the Heidelberg attacking half, but much ado about nothing at the moment for Heidelberg. Hoffley had a run at it, but again, red shirts in ascendancy and with aplomb. Mullins to midfield. Oh, that was a great first-time ball for the runner. Caniglia, left lane, top of the box. Angles it back. Is there a receiver? Nothing called. Katanos. Cahill, his arm wrestle. He was scratched. That was a free kick.
Should have been given that time.
But this is what happens with Cahill every week. Attila Offley.
Yeah, pull the ball in.
Well, if he was looking for a Kingston opponent, he found 3 of them. Attila Offley just then. 39 played, wins the management. Kingston up by 2 goals to 0, and look every bit the winner as they look towards the shed and half time. So it's almost half the team. It's going to take a bit of a time for them to really settle into a rhythm.
And just as they started to get a little bit of a grip on the game,
did they?
Came the second goal. Well, there was a 5 or 10 minute period there where they started getting the foot on the ball without creating too much danger, but that's when the second goal came.
Nearly 44 played on HUFC TV and radio thanks to Windsor Management at Spielberg. John Byrne on camera. Joe Fott and yours truly calling all the action tonight. A lot of stoppage time as Kingston come up with the ball at midfield. He's skilled, Sammy Noir. And the whistle goes to draw the curtain on for the first half at the Grange on this Friday night. the penultimate home and away round of the season. Adrian Zara's having a very long and animated chat with the referee. But at half-time, Jay Foddy, reconfigurated Heidelberg side have not looked like they were in the contest for virtually the whole game so far. A couple of goals, Oliver White on 6 and 26.
Attacking players as well. Oh, no. False start.
So that time we get it away. Kingston with first use of the footy, second half to the right of screen toward the social club end of the ground. And they're up by 2-0. Caniglia, the danger man, goes the cardiac kids to appear out of nowhere. I reckon they are not coming to the house tonight. Now I've got to read you this message. Kenny Taylor, the legendary number 7, one of the greatest players in the club's history. He's just text through. He said, I found my boots and I'm on my way now.
I think he's on the team sheet, though.
He spent the last 30 minutes on his Zimmer frame around the old people's home, rummaging through the cupboards. He's found his boots. Kenny, we need you.
Oh, Kenny, as frustrated as you are, we are frustrated here watching this. But
so it's 3-0 Kingston, and Kenny Taylor is the cavalry on the way, which is fantastic stuff. Ah, Kenny Taylor, what a champion. That era in a team that would have had Arthur McMillan and Paddy Bannon. You reckon they wouldn't have made a statement by now?
Well, you'd hope so, because there were some real strong characters in that side.
He wanted to see some new faces out there, and whether this is...
You just got to wonder, Greg, you mentioned, do you want to take this sort of form in? I think it's also the formation too, because when you change 5 or 6 players in the squad, it really unbalances the side, even though there is good senior representation out there.
Dumbalis won the foot race. He's 0 for 6 tonight, free kicks wise, as Sammy Noir strides away, has to check it, moves it inside. Zara was there for Heidelberg. Oops, a daisy. Zara into the path of Sammy Noir. Trouble again for Heidelberg. They are just not on tonight, the Warriors.
Yeah, a lot of finger pointing, isn't there, Greg? And
yeah, you can actually hear, I'm not sure even if we pick them, because we don't have the effects mic out there to pick up sounds of the game. Trouble again for Heidelberg. Foot in was not good enough, and it's going to be, oh my word, it's going to be 4, and Ollie White has got the match ball. 3 goals to Ollie White. And on 56 minutes, cardiac kids have checked out, got their passports and flown to another country.
Yes, the ball played in, and again overexposed at the back there, and Ollie White wanted that ball more, to be honest, and won it off George Salakidis, and well, Experts placed it home, and that's the hat-trick for Oliver White, and it's 4-0, Greg. This is an absolute pantsing tonight.
Team is at right now, Luke Biles.
Yes.
It wasn't a rare customary mistake. He just stunk it up right there. And Luke Biles does not do that. You're dumbfounded, aren't you?
Look at this.
You. Trouble flags up, won't count. Talevsky again, the 2 young'uns. Caught deep is Zara. First time ball into the penalty area. Dumbalis made a leap at it, but Daniel Bennett cleared, and here they come. Look at them, little greyhounds, all of them. Petrie, detour for Caniglia that time. Oliver White, he's got 3. Big night for Ollie White. Match ball for the number 9. Slight lull as Kingston built up again.
Look at the movement, though. He's moving well off the ball, and always a play there for the first release.
Well, wasted in the end for Kingston at that social club. Heavily airy.
It was Dumbalis, it looked like, coming across from left back.
So
Probably the first shot on target from Heidelberg.
I reckon it was too. Oh dear. So 3-0 at half time. It was 2-0 at half time. It's now 4-0. Ollie White, MVP, match ball, highlight reels, the lot. It's been his night.
Yes, he's done brilliantly. 3 lovely finishes.
Adelaide comments in Adelaide, and that should be a ripper. But having said that, psychologically, what does a result like this do for the side? And again, is there a feeling of kind of flatness after clinching the minor premiership?
I think there's too much quality and pride in this squad for them to put in 2 bad performances like this. But, you certainly don't want to go in with poor momentum, do you?
Sammy Noir and Ollie White exchanging passes. It goes back for Sakizada. They're too quick.
Yeah, at the moment.
They are too quick. Ball through the middle. Flag down. Is that 5 off the post? Well. A JFOT. Yeah, they just. To be fair, and we're going to have a look at it. We've got the replay back. Thank you.
It's played through, and a gilt edge chance and saved by the woodwork.
They should be going for there.
Well, some unelegant language by me.
Thanks to Windsor Management, insurance brokers. It must be. I mean, I can understand you're deeply emotional and watching this game through those tears. I'm not sure there'll be a lot of people out there with the empathy for you, JFOT, because it's been a horrid night for the back-to-back Victorian Premier's Plate winners. Steaming after it, Attila Offley draws it in from the corner flag, waits for support, dance steps, nothing doing. Angles it for Cahill, left foot, and, well, a pretty easy taken in as he went low and hard near post, and Nathan Cavalieri was almost cavalier in the way he took that footy.
Yeah, just...
Did you see the play on words,
very,
you did?
I was just allowing...
Makes you cry, doesn't it?
allowing that to absorb through the airwaves. But...
we shouldn't be taking this lightly.
No, they've actually had a couple of opportunities in the last couple of minutes, so let's hope for the Burgers that they can get a consolation goal or 2 tonight, because it's been...
We just want to see something.
Yeah, it's been a dark night, to be fair, Greg.
Well, certainly not for Kingston tonight. It's 4-0 still. Kenny Taylor's still on his way. Kenny Taylor said he was on his way. Nick, is he actually coming in his wheelchair? Is he wheeling himself here?
Well, we've got a few comments. We've got...
Nowhere to go on the deck. Cahill, top of the box, return ball, shove. Oh! Spooned it to the far post. Cahill was there, and the Kingston defence, Chavo again. He's got the chance. Talevski couldn't control the footy at the edge of the penalty area. And ease it away in the end, Kingston.
Yeah, that was the best opportunity for the night, but they're on the break again, Kingston.
Legrand on the football. Dumbalis had to get to the front of the contest. Who is it? Ollie White or Alex Caniglia MVP tonight?
They almost have to share it, wouldn't they?
I'll get this bloke next to me. He can arbitrate on that. Who's man of the match? Ollie White. Yeah. All right, beautiful.
Can't argue with the hat-trick, can we?
Sorry. Oh, yeah. So Ollie White's got the hat-trick, the match ball, and the imprimatur as MVP to the Caniglia family listening in. Alex has got one and played a magnificent game, but no, not tonight, according to our expert here who just he terrified me when he came in the media area. I just thought, oh no, I've offended someone.
He's a very amiable, scary person because his team is up 4-0 at the moment.
30 minutes played, so it's really junk time now as far as this contest is concerned. Kingston will celebrate this one long and hard, I suspect. Kingston under lights on this Friday night at Clayton South at the Grange Reserve, and it's certainly been a happy hunting ground.
And another comment from Al Pace, Go Pacey, who's just come on recently.
Yeah, well, he's a superstar. I'd love to have him back on comms. Thanks to Windsor Management Insurance Brokers. Just a quick recap. Ollie White got a couple in the first half, 6 and 26. Half-time, 2-0. Alex Caniglia on 48 makes it 3. And then Ollie White says, match ball is mine. with a hat-trick on 56. That's the way it stayed. I love it. See, he's going now. And do you see how he exited without a great big long-winded explanation? He just says, "See it, boys." Well, that was nice to have a special guest that wasn't long-winded. It's sorry, you're crying again. I'm sorry, John. That was unforgivable. Ah, dear. HUFC TV and radio's 4-1 Kingston. 42 played. And just going through the motions now under lights on this Friday night, or are we? That was ambitious tonight. But in real terms, it's Jack Petrie, a very belated drop to the... That was no free kick in the first place. Jack knows it. I know it. Alice knows it. The bloke down the road knows it. Play goes on. Kingston on the move. They're up by 3. And, great stop. Christian Pavlidis that time got the mitts to pour it round the corner from Daniel Bennett.
Slack defending, and they were chasing back, and Bennett with a rasping shot, and wait for it.
All right, so we've confirmed that this is the last weekend of winter. Thank goodness for that, because, well, J-Fot's crying again because he didn't even know what season it was. It's just terrified me.
Line up. And that was almost by design, just to give a few players a rest, as I said there.
And give a couple of players a run, Luke Bowles and Stephen Bass, the Twin Towers.
And but in fairness, Kingston City made their intentions known from the very beginning, and well, they've been really good for this win this evening, and as our friend said, that will make them safe. So,
and he said it very succinctly as well, John. Less than 15 words.
Well, it was a man of few words, but a man of very succinct words, as you said.
He came wheeling into the tavern through the bang of the gate, sat down, didn't say much. Oh, gee, body check, nothing called. Oh, swing of the arms.
And the big nugget was that he said he's a friend of Dougie's.
That's a huge nugget right there.
There's the final whistle, Greg.